So the assignment was that the students would have to learn about one of 7 different psychologists who were active professionally around the turn of the century. And they were then to come to class and speed date with each other. So every student met, or every student psychologist met every other psychologist. They talked about themselves for about 5 minutes, and then the other person told them about themselves for about 5 minutes. And then at the end, we had a writing assignment to see who was the most influential psychologist of the time.
So I was assigned Dr. Leitner Whitmer, which is someone that not a lot of people know about, but he was actually the founder of clinical psychology, which is the field that I study. There's a point where I was in character and I was talking to someone who was playing Dr. Cattell, who was my character's mentor. And so there was this great moment where I was like, oh, Dr. Cattell, I'm Dr. Leitner, I'm the one who you taught. And it was just such a cool opportunity to get to see these people come to life and interact with each other.
So I signed up for the class History of Psychology, which sounds like an absolute snooze fest. But our professor, Dr. Joanne Davis, she finds all these really creative ways to teach us the information without us reading and then her standing there and lecturing in a really boring manner. A whole idea of speed dating, and she makes jokes about if anyone gets married off of this, I fully expect an invitation. And so it's just a good way to kind of shake up a class that could be potentially boring, but it's actually one of my favorite classes that I'm taking.
Because I feel like we study these time periods and we get these long lists of names and all their accomplishments, and we know the places they study, but then to actually see how they interact and to see this psychologist over here that studied something totally different, but we actually went to the same school. It was just a really interesting way to kind of bring it to life and make them real people again, rather than just names in a book.